I wasn't around yesterday to film, but for a very good reason, because my cousin got married and I was at the wedding. So, I think that's a pretty good reason to have skipped a day for filming. Just saying. But, yeah, that was quite an adventure since I was at the wedding, but technically missed the ceremony. Let me backpedal a bit. I feel like the biggest asshole in the world, though. So I was riding with my sister Nikki, who, yes, was just in the last video, whereas everyone else was with my parents in their car, but since my sister, not Nikki, Kimmy, I have two sisters, brought her boyfriend, who's a big dude, there wasn't really room for a third person in the backseat, so I was like, I'm gonna just ride with my other sister instead, so shouldn't have been a problem. Kinda turned out to be a problem. Not really entirely her fault, it was more the fault of the weird, windy roads in Berkeley. But, oh, this is what happens when I get overconfident and, yeah, I know what Dad says about how long it'll take to get there, but I also see what Google says and how long it'll take to get there. We don't gotta leave that early, and even if I'd intended on it, it wouldn't happen because her youngest was asleep on her for an hour longer than probably should have been, and she couldn't get up until he got up, so yeah, that, and her husband had to get home to watch the kids. So, kinda, her hands were tied, but so she gets here, and we leave, and I forget my power brick for my iPods, but, that kinda ended up being a moot point since I ended up missing the ceremony. That's where I thought I was gonna need it, because I was gonna film the whole thing, but, yeah, so we get in the car, and we start driving, and we think we're still okay, we still got time, we can make it, barely, we're gonna make it on time, and we would've, except two things. Shortly before we got off the freeway, all of a sudden it had been clear sailing the whole way, and suddenly to a crawl traffic jam for like the last 2 miles of it. It was like, oh no. But okay, time-wise, still okay. Thought we could still make it, because we're at least in Berkeley now. We can do this. And we start winding around Berkeley, and we're trusting her phone. We should not have trusted her phone. It kept recalibrating the route, and changing where we're going, and putting us in circles. Yeah, and because of it putting us in circles for so long, by the time we finally got there, we're walking up to it, we literally got there in time just to see the kiss. Dang it. I mean, I guess essentially that's the important part, but oh my god, I can't believe we technically missed it because of a freaking technology error. I was like, no! Because, I mean, those streets, for people who've never been to Berkeley, specifically the Berkeley Hills, there is so many windy roads that are like basically a labyrinth, okay? And they are skinny little roads, and good luck navigating them, especially when there's virtually no cell phone service in this area to begin with, and the phone's trying to recalibrate routes, but it can't get a signal to do it, so we're just kind of blindly trying to figure out, where do we go now? And I'm thinking, damn it, I knew I should have printed out directions. Damn it! But, not her fault, not my fault, just, technology flaws. But, yeah, that was not the greatest, and it was enough to kick my anxiety into overgear. So we're there, right as, the wedding party's shuffling off to go take their photos. And we find our parents and we're explaining what happened to them, and all of a sudden I hear a voice behind me that I really did not want to hear. There is one aunt in particular you guys know I am not so fond of, the one that literally got away with killing her husband. Not naming names, but yeah, literally got away with it. 20 years down the line, nothing ever happened to her. Frankly, we don't like having anything to do with her, but I think it's this cousin's godmother or something, so she had to be there. And she's, like, right behind me. I'm like, okay, I was already not looking forward to having to deal with her anyway, but then for it to basically be a sneak attack in, like, the creepiest way ever, I was like, and that alone was enough to send my anxiety into a hyperdrive so badly to where I, couldn't even speak for a while, and Nikki was doing the talking for me, and I'm, rigid for about the next 20 minutes, long after the aunt has walked away. I am, like, still just, like, quaking over this of, like, okay, I was anticipating having to deal with her, but I was not anticipating a sneak attack. What the hell was that? Oh my god! And just, anxiety, not good. So on top of already anxiety from that, now people are trying to introduce me to all these people I don't even know, and I'm just like, oh my god, I was unprepared for this. My anxiety needs to take a chill pill. Which kind of eventually ended up happening on accident, since before leaving the house, let's see, I had 2 antihistamines in my system, plus a nose spray that's also another antihistamine, a Dramamine, an arthritis-strength Tylenol, albuterol, and Advair. So, like, 7 meds in my system. And all of a sudden, right before, dinner happened, I think they all collided into one another in my system. And people kept asking, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. I didn't know why they were asking it. All of a sudden, I realized, I think about half an hour's passed and I've been zoned out staring at a wall. It's like, oh shit. That's not good. I think, the Pink Floyd song Comfortably Numb, I think absolutely applied. But hey, I was feeling no pain. And that was without drinking. I did not drink. I knew better than to drink while on Tylenol. So that was without drinking. I was that fucking out of it. I was like, oh no, this was a bad choice. I just figured I would preemptively take the Tylenol in case people were wearing unbearable amounts of perfume and cologne, which I'm sure they were, that would normally give me a bad headache, and to mitigate my legs hurting, since just most of the time they hurt when I'm on them for any extended period of time, so mitigated that. Unfortunately made myself out of it as fuck, but mitigated that. But apparently because of that, it made me almost as emotional as I would have been if I had been drinking. 'Cause somewhere in there, I started getting nostalgic and being like, you know what, I used to come to Berkeley all the time with Ron. Not Stalker Ron, for those who are like, oh my god, what? No, not that guy. No. The guy I dated for, like, years that ended up, being a married guy. Yeah, that guy. I got nostalgic over him and was just like, I miss him. Oh, and they're playing Sinatra. He was the Frank to my Ava. Oh, I miss Ron. I wish Ron were here. I wish I were dancing with Ron. Oh, now they're playing Dean Martin. He was the Dean to my Jerry. I miss Ron. And just like, Jen, pull it together. What's wrong with you? You're not even drinking. What's wrong with you? I don't know what's wrong with me, but I think I miss Ron. I think... Somebody give me a phone, I need to email him. Don't you dare email him. I'm like, I think I need to. Yeah. It got interesting. I may have emailed him last night. Not from the wedding, I may have waited till I got home, but in my not-so-great judgment, yeah. I really need to stop contacting exes, like, for real. Especially that one. That seems to be the biggest offender, but then again, I dumped the most years into that one, so... Anyway, so I was already emotional over that, and then there was the first dance, and I cried, and then there was the daddy-daughter dance, and I cried some more, and then there was all the speeches, and I basically did not stop crying until they were done, and then it was time for cake cutting, so I thought, okay, I can pull it together. And then they started playing Stardust, and I fucking lost it worse than I had all day. Stardust was my grandma and grandpa's song, and I still, to this day, cannot hear it without, like, sobbing, because I miss them so much. And I feel like I felt their presence at this wedding. To be fair, like, I kept smelling my grandma's scent there. She's been gone for, what, 4 years now? So that's, that kind of threw me off guard anyway. But I also was smelling, like, the inside of their house smell out of nowhere, too. And I apparently was not the only one. 3 other people also mentioned it. So I'm taking that as a sign of they were there. They were there in their own way. They would have absolutely been there if they were still around. Trust me, they wanted to see all of their grandbabies get married, and especially for this, they would have absolutely wanted to be there. The husband, actually, he was one of the pallbearers for my grandma's casket during her funeral, so yeah, I'm thinking they absolutely were aware of this wedding, and they were there in their small way. It probably helped that we had a wedding photo of them out on display during this. Also had one of the groom's grandparents' wedding photo, because they're also passed on too, so that was a nice touch, I think. But, yeah, that's our play. It's like, oh, I'm so done. I'm so done. I'm just a blubbery, sobbing mess. I'm trying to pull it together and I can't pull it together. By the way, for those who are unaware of the phenomena, the older you get, the easier you cry, and the harder it is to make it stop. Oh my god. Like, for real, I used to be one of those people who just did not cry at anything. Like, even the things that would make most people cry just did not cry. I hit about 25, 26, somewhere in there. All of a sudden that light switch turned on, and I cry at the drop of a hat, I cry at a cute puppy, I cry at, like, a sappy commercial, and can't make it stop. It's like, if I can hold it together and not cry, I'm fine. If so much as one tear slips out, it's all over. The waterworks are open, it's happening, and I can't make it stop until they're good and ready to stop. So, I am a very overly emotional person, just saying. But, it was so beautiful, though. I couldn't help it, and just how close she is with her sisters and their speeches. It was just like, I can't stop. And the daddy speech just, oh, that's my daddy's brother. Just, oh. And I mean, he's like my favorite of my uncles, too, to boot. So that just threw it in that much more. And I always felt like I probably should have been one of his kids, because I always had such a close connection I could talk with that uncle. So it's just like, oh yes, I'm crying, it's so beautiful. I'm almost doing it again right now, like, not even joking. Like, you can probably see misting up a little bit. This is without any meds in my system today, and I'm this bad. I'm just like, oh, come on, self. And yeah, there's one. No, come on, don't do this again. So at some point, somebody handed me one of the napkins to start dabbing tears with, because I couldn't make them stop. I thought I had the waterproof mascara on. I thought wrong. Whoever has to wash those is probably going to hate me, because good luck getting black mascara out of white. I have so many stained washcloths because of this. I'm like, oh, that one's a goner. I'm sorry. Oops. But once I finally got them to stop, I kept them under control. It just took me like a good half hour to make them freaking stop. I was like, oh my god, I'm so emotional, why? What the hell, self? This is not okay. What the hell? Yeah, but, my cousin literally looked like a princess. I'm not saying that because I'm biased because it's my cousin, but she literally looked like Princess Kate. Like, her dress looked like her. She kind of physically resembles her anyway. Just, she's so pretty. And her husband is stunning, by the way. So I'm just like, they are like the most perfect couple I have ever seen in real life. Not like a celebrity couple, but like real life couples. They're the most perfect I have ever seen. I'm just like, it's so beautiful. Oh my god, everything about this is perfect. Oh. Yeah, that. I have lots of pictures from the reception anyway. And I think Mom got some video of the wedding that I still have yet to watch. I think she said about halfway through she started filming when she realized, crap, they never got here. I'm gonna start recording so they can see it. So I may post that somewhere. I'm gonna just basically have a collected group effort of what I got, plus what Nikki got, plus what she got, and can collectively upload those. Yeah, because I feel so bad that I missed that ceremony. But, yeah, from what I saw, at least at the reception, it was really nice. I was there for all but the last half hour of the reception, because Nikki had to go, because she has 5 kids at home. Plus, she's pregnant, you know, she couldn't stay that late. So, like, 9 p.m. was like, we gotta go. Apparently, my dad was talking to the groom's father, who I've never met. I've barely met the groom himself, honestly. But, apparently he was singing my praises and wouldn't stop talking about all my famous friends and shit, and I was like, why did you why did you do this? It's like, well, he's family now. It's like, I guess. He's like, yeah, and he really wanted to meet you, and I went look around for you. I was like, crap, she must have left. I'm like, you couldn't have done that earlier in the evening. Really? Although, if he had, I would have had to contend with crying, but, oh my god, it was like, now, I'm, like, very intrigued. I would love to talk to this dude, since apparently, musically, his interests align with mine, but I apparently know a lot of the people who he's interested in. Worked for one of them for a while, so it's just like, it'd be really fun to talk to this dude, just, I didn't know my dad was gonna pull that card at this. I guess he was probably asking about his children, and since I'm the eldest, and pretty much that's the only cool thing anyone can really say about me, because, I mean, what's he gonna say? Oh, she's a lip balm reviewer on YouTube. No, that's not gonna cut it. Oh, she runs an Etsy shop. Yeah, that's not very cool. Oh, but she used to work for Pete Townsend. Yeah, there you go, that's something. But, and that, and she dated the keyboardist from the Monkees, and this, that, and the other. She knows Liza Minnelli's boyfriend. Yeah, there's, you know, some stuff to be said, I guess. I never think that much of it, because to me they're just people that I know and I'm friends with, but to my dad, he never lost the starstruck aspect of it, so he just, like, brags and boasts about this shit, and it's embarrassing. That's why, like, generally I don't mention it much on this channel, because it kinda embarrasses me that he makes this big a deal out of it, when to me it's not even that big a deal, they're just people. But, yeah, apparently he was going on about this, because there's more to that list. I just feel uncomfortable name dropping, honestly. But, he was going on, and this dude was like, well, where is she? I want to meet her. I want to talk to her about him. And I was already gone. I'm like, dang it. Why didn't you do that earlier in the evening? Come on. Now I'm like, when exactly will I get a chance to meet this dude now? Because I'm like, at holidays, yeah, usually my uncle's kids come over here, but now that they're married, they might want to go over there. So I'm like, well, now when am I gonna get to meet him? Because I'm intrigued. Darn it. But, there's one other interesting aspect, though. I think they might be Amish. That's why I was like, yeah, he knows who these people are? Is he, like, reformed or formerly Amish? Like, he still wears the old school outfit and has the beard and everything. I'm kind of off guard that he knows who these people are. I'm like, okay. I mean, to be fair, his son, the groom, is a musician himself. Maybe that's partly why he's aware of them. He's a rapper, believe it or not, which is really funny. And I know that sounds like, oh, sure, lots of people, like, they're musicians, but they don't go anywhere. Yeah, he actually has an album, so, and he owns his own recording studio. He signs other artists, so he's kind of a big deal here in the Bay Area. Just, again, I'm not comfortable name dropping. But, yeah, that's a thing. But, they're just so perfect, though, and they're so cute. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna make the prettiest babies. And she wants kids, like, now. So, for all I know, they were probably working on that last night after the wedding. But, oh gosh, they're gonna have such cute kids. I mean, the groom's sister has 7 children. She even gives Nikki a run for her money. Nikki's only on baby number 6, but, you know, she might top it up to number 7. And now Kelsey also wants 7 children. Like, at her bridal shower, she was saying, that's what I want. 6 or 7 kids. And he was like, I don't know, let's focus on one first. And she was like, but I want 6 or 7. He was like, well, you know, maybe we'll have 6 or 7. I guess we'll see how it plays out. I think they'll find out it's a lot of work to raise that many kids, and, costs a lot. But, you know, can't say as I'd complain if they did, because they're both such pretty people. They would no doubt have the most gorgeous children ever. So, there's that. But yeah, so anyway, it was a very lovely day. I'm honestly still in my dress from it, because I fell asleep. I came home and I, like, after snuggling the dog for a while, because she is not used to being home alone. That's actually I usually will sit things out so the dog is never home alone when possible, but this one, yeah, you can't really miss somebody's wedding because you need to stay home with your dog. but also no animals at this venue, or I would have just friggin' brought her in my purse. Like, she's a tiny little teacup Pomeranian. I could have done that. But, yeah, they would not have allowed dogs in, and I don't think she would have shut up anyway, even if I had. So, yeah, that's a thing. But I snuggled her and got her calmed down, and pretty much as soon as she was calmed down, yeah, I was out like a light. So I'm still in yesterday's clothes. I still have smeared mascara under this eye from yesterday. Yeah, I'm kind of a hot train wreck, but anyway, yeah, most of the stuff I guess I'll just be uploading to Facebook. Maybe I would tack things onto here, but most of them had music and they'll just get flagged, and I don't want this to get flagged, so I guess if you had me added on Facebook, you can see them. Otherwise, I'll try to upload some of them to Instagram, but I don't want to, like, spam the crap out of everybody, so, you know, I'm just trying to navigate this as best I can, but, yeah, so, anyway. I'm kind of rambling. I'm sure you guys are very curious, so I'll try to make some of it publicly viewable of what I can do. But, yeah, the parts with music, apparently I can only do to Facebook, and there was some trouble with my sister uploading her copies of them because of the music involved, so I'm like, if Facebook's even having issues with it, I don't dare put them on YouTube, because, yeah, it's all very well-known songs, but, that was a thing, and it was a fun day, even if I did technically miss the ceremony, and I feel so bad for it, but at least there are photos from it. I'm hoping they had a videographer filming the whole ceremony so I can at least see it that way. But yeah, it was kind of a comedy of errors getting there. And a comedy of errors with my meds that I probably should have spaced out and not taken all back to back. That was my fatal flaw. I not only took them one on top of the other without any in between, I like literally popped them like candy. I also did it on an empty stomach. I should know better. I should know better than that. But it was like, crap. I didn't have time to play with before this. I was already running late. I did not have time. So that was a thing. So anyway, it was still really nice though. And it was just so pretty all around. And she was pretty, and just, I'm still overwhelmed by all the pretty. It feels like a fairy tale. It was so perfect. But yeah, which is probably why I got so emotional. It's too perfect. But anyways, again, I'm babbling. So I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna post it. And yeah, I'll try to get back to my more typical posting schedule now that it's all done and over. Because I told you I had relatives out visiting for like a week. All leading up to this. Things should settle back down to normal now, because I know my schedule has been all the hell over the place, so, yeah, it should calm down now. I just have to get back into my normal stride now, because it's so far off that I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life now, because I just feel like, discombobulated, it's not the word I'm looking for, disoriented. I feel disoriented from being so off my normal schedule, because I am such a creature of habit. But if you even throw me off my schedule by one day, I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing with my life. What am I? And it just freaks me out. It's part of the whole Aspie thing, but yeah. Anyway, again, babbling. So I will upload more later in normal clothes, and hopefully without smeared mascara. And yeah.